match, like we were talking about something different, but this man was completely locked in, and it's because of like the crazy competitor that Arma is, and we know how wild DJ can get, and he's going to be going up against Wheat.
Also want to give a shout out to the subs to the channel. Shout out to Yost and Papirin. Starting off the hype train, getting us into this top 8. Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. We definitely appreciate everything that you guys do to continue to support us. Parry pumps coming out of Arma. Another parry pump goes into a late DR, but Wheats is super comfortable trying to control that space.
Right, and you see Wheats is over here in the corner, not really willing to overcommit here, but does get the stun in that instance, and it's looking like a very, very bad situation for Arma at the moment. And hey, I like the patience from Wheats and just allowing him to make try to make a mistake here. And ARMA-X fighting their way out of the corner, back throw, and does he get the wall splat? Yes, but misses a heavy, and still going at it right here. And okay, reversal DP, very, very nice.
Yeah, that was a smart spot to bust out. I think if I wanted to levy a critique right now, I feel like Arma is a little bit one-dimensional once they have that corner control. DI was coming out a lot. The button of the gods, that crouching strong coming out of Luke. Now with Wheats firmly in control, but doesn't have the combo off the standing roundhouse and gets back thrown. Bust out once again, fighting their way out of the corner, back to mid-screen.
And Arma, trying to get a little fancy with the sway right here, and maybe a little safe jump setup right here, but not going to be able to find it right here. Another DI, knowing that, well, Wheat is in burnout here and is just trying to apply pressure, but doesn't want to overcommit anything. He still has reversal supers on deck, but will get the stun here, and you got to make it worth it here. And honestly, a level 3 may not be out of the question just because, you know, you can spend it right now, but not going to happen here because Wheats is going to be able to take that first game in this top 8 set. And even though it's a little one-dimensional, I do agree with you, Brad, but it's not so bad to just simplify, right? To just simplify and go.
I disagree, though, because I think Luke is a character who is equipped fairly well to beat DI. Like, DJ is a character where you need to represent DI because it beats his longer-range pokes that are not cancelable. Luke is very equipped with tools to beat it, and in fact, Luke has a lot of traps that he can use to punish you for that. I bet before this set is over, we're going to see that tried and true Luke DI trap where they go for the charge knuckle and cancel into level 3 on your DI. Arma has Wheats in burnout on the back foot, but the level 1 buffer to fight their way out. Wheats is continuing to improve their lead in this round. Game even, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Wheats was over there like literally taking a beating from Arma and literally just kind of staying either blocking or staying in burnout or parrying, but still that stout defense. And this is one of the things that Jake Brown was talking about earlier about one of the things that Luke does well is just staying solid on that defensive end. And now Wheats is over here in the corner once again, and something that Wheats that we've seen him do is bust out on a couple of occasions, but not going to be found here. ARMA-X staying stout and keeping up in the offense, and still gets the crouching punch here and doesn't continue the combo, and man, the crouching medium kick, gonna be able to take that right there. And now a round 3 situation.
This is, I feel like this is the closest that it's looked here for Arma. I think the fact that that crouching medium kick had come out is going to be an important thing to represent here. As DI hungry as it's been, I feel like Arma's not really controlled in the mid-range actively a lot. Now we're representing those tools a little bit more, and I feel like it's giving Wheats pause. There has been so much reversal uppercut out of Wheats, and Arma still has not punished him for it.
Yeah, just no respect for it at all. Like one shimmy actually might do him in, but how? What was that interaction? All right. All right, and obviously level 3 going to come out here from the EX, just cool. And level 3 going to be able to seal it right here, dancing their way into a game. And now it's 1-1 between Wheats and ARMA-X. And ARMA-X waking up after that first game.
Yeah, critical adjustments there. I think for Wheats, I would love a little bit more. I want to see Wheats try to compete against these longer range pokes, get Arma into that mode, and then cash out huge on a DI and start to cycle that game back around to when Arma felt a little bit less comfortable in the mid-range, because I feel like Arma has just dominated the pace of the game a whole lot.
Yes,
and it's only
absolutely.
Yeah, Wheats gets out with it with bigger cash outs in the correct spots.
Yeah, and right now they're like this is the same story that we've seen these past couple of games where we just have been in the corner, but as soon as they want to get their offense going, you know the bust out is going to be on the way with the ODDP, and not going to be found here though. ARMA-X in the corner themselves, and the perfect parry, and going to go for the just cool and the side switch, going to go for the safe jump setup.
Oh my god.
Little sway right here. Oh my goodness. Like the defense, like I said, from Whea7s has been excellent, but burnout is approaching, and with the Sobot gonna get the burnout right here.
Regular DP. Oh, wanted for the trap. That's the setup I talked about, but didn't have the resources behind it. And Arma actually was so willing to commit the last of their drive gauge for that one. But again, now that you see that that's on the table, you know that Arma is DIing in every spot where DI is an answer. You need to incorporate that into your game. I feel like Whea7s is still playing a little bit unclear of how they want to be approaching things.
Yeah, and it's probably you know, the tricky play that is DJ literally, and the shimmy. And I was counting on this from Arma the entire set, right? And I say that because like literally we've seen like Whea7s bust out on many an occasion, and now it's definitely cost them.
Yeah, you can just meaty fireball that guarantees the burnout. Now it doesn't matter. In fact, that's a spot where I imagine most people would be a little bit more hesitant to throw the fireballs just in rapid fashion, because any Luke in that spot should know to be buffering Super 1. So there's a lot coming out of Whea7s here that has me feeling them a little lacking in this matchup, a little uncomfortable, I think.
Yeah, they're definitely, you can tell that they're definitely just not in the driver's seat, and they're not playing to like, we see a lot of Lukes play hyper aggressive, but ARMA-X has been waiting for so long to get that punish off that reversal DP, and gonna be able to get it though. Although Whea7s finding a way to get a back throw into the corner, but man, Whea7s still fighting back, and that punch low profile right there.
So I think there must have been some other cancel that was supposed to come there that didn't work out, because there's no reason you would do that unless you had DR'd forward or something. Still having the life lead and ever so slightly the drive gauge advantage. Poking with, I can't believe you DI there. That hurts to watch.
Oh yeah, that's rough. 100%. Oh my goodness. Now a little bit of turtling. You got Sandblast, one of the best projectiles in the game. And Whea7s doesn't want to overcommit. It's so, it's I can see why that's a little difficult, that you want to like, you know, try to find a way to like, you know, mitigate the space with Sandblast, but like you really don't want to overcommit just because, you know, the drive rush has been represented by Arma, and Arma has found a way in once again. And here we go. Combo coming out from Whea7s.
Oh, wow. That was a smart spot for Arma to bust out. They had the drive gauge to spare. Whea7s, like, the momentum swinging back into Arma's favor was absolutely massive there. Finally finds enough room. I feel like Arma hit every wrong button on the way to that towards medium kick on the back foot, but it's still so scary. That's so many plus frames. What's Whea7s gonna do?
Oh, yeah, and that's going to be a level 3, and off the critical R, you actually might be out of there.
It is going to be dangerously close. It is enough. Arma secures it. Is that what I'm reading? 3-1 there. That first game looked a little bit difficult, but I feel like once they realized that they could sort of exert their own will upon the game, and I think Whea7s left them largely unchallenged. Yes. I think once that happened, it was just you were playing with like a training mode dummy at that point. No disrespect to Whea7s, but it just, your responses were looking kind of pre-programmed.
When it comes to Luke, we know that Luke is like a super hyper aggressive character, right? And we know that Luke like likes to control the pace of his own game, and we know that a bunch of high level Lukes like to, you know, represent that super aggressive play style, and we just didn't see it out of Whea7s, unfortunately. But you know, Whea7s has an opportunity to figure it out and learn his bracket, and because Arma, like, clearly, like, you know, after that first game, we saw that Arma completely just took control of the momentum and was able to steamroll in a sense. Well, not even steamroll. It's more like